Section 33 of the Doctrine and Covenants is another missionary-related section where two people, Ezra Thayer and Northrop Sweet, are going to be introduced. That is Sweet, not Sweat. Whoever my ancestry was should have probably kept the last name Sweet, like our good friend Northrop did here. I want to talk a little bit about Ezra Thayer, about what gets them called on this mission in October of 1830. Ezra Thayer is really interesting. I'm going to jump over here to this Revelations in Context website. If any of you guys are interested, this is on history.lds.org, and you can pull up any section of the Doctrine and Covenants where it gives you some context. And this is about Ezra Thayer. I just want to share one cool story. Notice here it says, Ezra Thayer built bridges and dams around this area. He actually had employed Joseph Smith to work for him a few times, and that's how he knew of the Smith family. He greatly liked the Smith family and praised them until he started hearing reports about the Book of Mormon. And notice what he says here. He rejected the story of the Book of Mormon as blasphemy, quote, was filled with wrath about it. Jump down here. Thayer was mad, or perturbed, as they say, to discover that several members of his family began to take an interest in the Book of Mormon. While he was away for a few days, his half-brother and nephew took horses to hear Hiram Smith preach. When Thayer returned, he chastised them, demanding that they not take my horses again to hear those blasphemous wretches preach. That just gives you a little insight into how he's feeling about this whole stuff about the Book of Mormon from the Smith family. They maintain, however, quote, that there was something in it, and that I had better go and hear him. He was unconvinced, and then he even says, I will not be found going after such a delusion, he said. However, as it says here, though, his brother insists that there's no harm in it because he knew the Smith family, so he agrees to go. And look what happens. On a Sunday in October, the two brothers traveled roughly 12 miles to the Smith farm in Manchester, just south of Palmyra. When they arrived, they encountered a large concourse of people filling the lot around the Joseph Smith Sr. log home. As Hiram Smith began to preach, Thayer's resistance melted away. He later wrote about his experience that day, quote, every word touched me to the inmost soul. I thought every word was pointed to me. The tears rolled down my cheeks. I was very proud and stubborn. There were many there who knew me. I sat until I recovered myself before I dare look up. After the sermon, Hiram showed Thayer a copy of the Book of Mormon. As he took and opened it, he was instantly filled with, quote, exquisite joy. Closing the cover, he asked, what is the price of it? He paid 14 shillings and took the book. When Martin Harris, who was standing by, affirmed that the book was true, Thayer replied that he need not tell me that, for I knew that it was true. Ezra's neighbors, when they hear that he has been converted to Mormonism, that he believes in the Book of Mormon, try to dissuade him, is what they talk about here. But he talks about a cool experience he has of a dream or a vision in which, quote, a man came and brought me a roll of paper and presented it to me, and also a trumpet, and told me to blow it. I told him that I had never blown any in my life. He said, you can blow it. Try it. I put it in my mouth and blowed on it, and it made the most beautiful sound that I ever heard. The meaning of the dream for Thayer would soon become apparent. The following Sunday, Thayer returned to Manchester to meet with other believers. This time, he met Joseph Smith and related to him his experience with the Book of Mormon. He accepted Joseph's invitation to be baptized and traveled a few miles to a mill pond where Parley P. Pratt baptized him and others, including a man named Northrop Sweet. Soon after it, they're going to get this mission call right here, which is Section 33 of the Doctrine and Covenants, and here's the original one off the Joseph Smith papers. In this revelation to Ezra and Northrop, you'll see right here a fulfillment of Ezra's dream. You're called to lift up your voice as with the sound of a trump and declare my gospel. This is a great missionary section. Pay attention to some of the truths that still govern missionary work today about how we teach and what should guide us in our missionary labors as they guided Ezra and Northrop Sweet.